Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to show you my process of how I created this beautiful metallic finish leather journal with a sunflower flat. This is a very unique design of my own, and I am so excited to share with you the process of how I make these and how you can get one yourself at the end of the video. So stay tuned and hope you enjoy. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is roll out my leather. I'm going to take my template that I have that is the size of leather piece I need to do 2 of my journals on the laser. And then I just need to make sure that my cutting mat is on the underside where I'm going to be cutting. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in the 2 journals that I want to do. My sunflower journal. So now I'm going to get all of my lasering turned on and start getting the leather prepared over there. So now I'm going to take my piece of leather and get it situated in the laser. And it's laying pretty flat, but I am going to put, so I have these magnets that can help hold material down, so I'm just gonna, like, you know, use it to hold down some corners that might be sticking up, but this is laying pretty flat, which I'm pretty happy with. But first of all, I need to get the project framed to see where it's sitting on the laser, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that framed. And then I want to, like, try to avoid things like this on the leather. So there's like this little scarring here. I think that I can avoid it because the shape of the journal, like with the roundness of the sunflower, I can avoid this here. But you're not going to be able to avoid scarring altogether because it's just inevitable. But yeah, I'm going to get this set in here. And I'll just try to keep the project towards the top as much as possible to avoid this, like, lower scarring area. So now I'm going to use my magnets and hold down these pieces. So now I'm very happy with how everything is centered on this piece. So it's telling me it's going to take about 1 hour and 30 minutes, which is roughly what I estimated. And it doesn't exactly accurately get it. It doesn't always include the perfect timing for all the cut lines, but that's okay. I just like to have a rough estimate. So now I'm going to go back in, and I think we're ready to go. And I'm going to hit start and get these journals going. Now that these are off the laser, I took them and ran them underwater and used a very soft toothbrush. This here, it's really soft bristled, and I just run it under the water and get all the soot and everything off of all of the details and everything. And just you want to fully immerse it in water because you don't want to wet parts of the leather and not the other parts of the leather because they will dry you know, weird, because the leather will, like, shrink after drying, and so you just want to make sure it does it evenly, if you will. So yeah, so I just run this underwater, get it all cleaned up, and then it takes, you know, a good half day to kind of dry back to where you can start doing your dyeing process. So that's what we're going to be doing next, is doing the dyeing. I use kind of a special blend that I come up with using the EcoFlow in Java Brown is what I use for the main part of the journal. And then I will use the EcoFlow Sunshine Yellow for the flower. But I do a special mixture, and so it puts in this like it gives it a little bit more of a shimmery effect, and that's what I'm going to be doing next. So with this journal, I have to do a little bit of detail work in between the petals and everything for the brown. So I'm going to do this part of the process on a time lapse for you guys, and then yeah, I'll come back and see you guys right after that. Okay, so I've gotten everything painted, and as you can see, the metallic finish on this, and right now it looks a little rough, and that's because there's one more step that I need to do, but isn't that just so pretty? Okay, so the next thing I want to do is take a paper towel with a little bit of water on it, and I'm just gonna like rub this and smooth it out just on the brown part. And it's basically just going to kind of smooth out where the dye is like a little darker in some areas and whatnot. I don't know if that's coming through on the camera, but it's just going to kind of smooth it out a little more. And yeah, so I'm going to do that right now while I've got you guys. So I'm just going to take some paper towel, and then I am just going to wet it with a spray bottle. Okay, so now that's a little wet, and now I'm just going to kind of go over this, and it'll slightly remove some dye, but not like all of it, and it'll kind of move it around and just kind of even it out. So there's that. And yeah, now that is just a little more smoothed out. All right, looking good. And probably off camera, I will check for any more like areas that I think need to be fixed up a little bit and that kind of thing. But as of right now, the next step would be to just let this dry for a little bit. And then I take leather sheen. It is a spray finisher, and that is what I spray to finish my journals with. And it still allows it to be flexible and that kind of thing. So it's a flexible finish, and that's what I do. So I'll do that off camera, and basically I just go over it one direction, and then I go over it another direction, and it dries pretty quickly. So I can move on to the next process pretty quickly, and I'll show you how I then put the journal together with the elastic and the papers. So I will see you in a moment. Now I have the finishing spray on the journal. Okay, and I'm just going to take like a dry cloth and just kind of give it a little buff. It kind of just gives it a little bit of an added, sheen to it. And the next step now is going to be adding in our elastic, because I do my journals with a refillable option and with an elastic closure. So I typically use this elastic here. This is 1.2 millimeter elastic cord. And I think for this journal, I'm going to do it with a blue. And basically, so for these holes, I do 2 separate strings, which will take care of 2 holes each. So I need double the length of the journal. So I just do 1, 2, just very roughly. And then I need that again. So 1 and 2. And then I need something for the middle here, which is going to be for the closure. And so basically I need like about that much. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is get the middle one in. And so I go through the outside. And then I just kind of grab it with my finger like this. And then I stretch it over so that I can get the other one in. There we go. And then once I get them both in, I just see that's about how much I want on the outside. So I'm gonna knot it about right there. All right. So I'm just gonna kind of loosely knot it like that. And then I'm gonna pull that out, and that's about, needs to go, I need a little bit more than that. So I'm just gonna take and I'll tighten the knot towards the ends. And then that'll give me the little bit of extra that I need. Just kind of pull like that. And there we go. And I can kind of test it and make sure. Okay. And yeah, that feels about right. All right, and so then you just cut off the excess. And now you have your closure. And then with the inside, you just go in one hole and back out. Okay, so you're basically gonna look like that on the outside. And then out and back in. Okay, and then you don't want to get these too tight, but you do want to tighten it just a little bit. Okay, and then you're going to tie this one off. Okay, and there we go. And there you go. And then you're just gonna repeat for the other one. All right, and so there you go. You've got all of your refillable elastics for your paper signatures. And you can put any kind of like little journals in here. Like you can put pre-made journals in here. But what I do is I take either like computer paper if it's just for me, or I'll use sketchbook paper is typically what I use for selling my journals. And most of the time I do just regular 9x12 papers, and then I will cut them down the middle and then fold those in half, and then you get the size that you need for this journal right here, which is like a 4x6 journal, which is an A6. Now sometimes I like to put in copy dyed papers. I love the sound and the crinkle of the paper. But basically with this elastic method, you can pull in and take out whatever or however many papers you want that will fit in the journal. So I'm just going to put some papers in here. I'm not even sure how many are in these signatures, but it doesn't really matter. And then you can do 2 more, and then this is what your finished journal will look like. So let me zoom out just a little bit, and there we go. So typically that folds over a little more, so you just kind of, I'll get it shaped. But there you go. So there's the front, and then here's the back, which I love the detail coming around to the back. And then of course I have the feathered heart on here. And then you open it up, and then if you want a personalized journal, your name would go like right here. That's where I do the personalization for these journals. And then that way when it's closed, you know, you don't really see it, but when you open it, you know, your name is there. I mean, you can get personalization anywhere, so I could put your name here if you wanted. So it's kind of up to you, really. It's whatever you want. I just do it here because then it's covered by the flap. And then you open it up and you've got your refillable journal. So like let's say you want to do some sketching, but you don't want to like necessarily sketch in the journal. I mean, you can. You've got all flat surfaces, but you could pull out a page. And then just work and then put it back in. So yeah, that is my flap journals that I love to create. And this sunflower journal is my most popular one on my Etsy shop. So if you are interested in getting a journal, I will have the link below for you. So you can click and see either this journal or any of the other journals that I offer. I do have other things in my shop with leather and wood, including keychains, a little bit of jewelry. I've definitely got some bookmarks, just anything around mainly journals, books, bookmarks, and accessory type of things is what I love to do. So if you are interested, you can click on that link below. And if you want a blank journal and are interested in painting one yourself, I can kind of send you like the kit. Like I could send you the color elastic you want, and then this blank journal for you to paint yourself or dye yourself. That's something that I've thought about offering on my shop, but I have not done that yet. But if that interests you, just message me. Either comment on this video, or you can go to the Feathered Heart on Facebook and message me there. Either way, I would love to help you out with whatever you are interested in. But I'm trying to just continue to make what I already make, and then I'm, you know, looking to see where I can expand elsewhere. So just let me know what you would like, and I'm sure I can accommodate you. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. I hope that you enjoyed the process. And if you have any other questions, comments, just comment below, and then like and subscribe to my channel. I would love to make you a part of the Feather Tribe here at the Feathered Heart. So again, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye.